Chad here with CLC Landscaping. Wanted to go over our Turf Care RX program. This is a 7-round program that groups all of your necessary treatments into one service. It's a subscription-based service throughout the entire year. You can cancel at any time. This allows us to make sure that your lawn is treated at the right times throughout the year. So you'll see us roll up. We'll have your spreader here. This is typically what we use for all of our granular applications. We like to use granular because it's a little bit less invasive and a little bit less heavy on the yard versus some of the sprays. However, we will spray your yard every single time we come out. We'll do a spot spray. It'll be dyed with a blue dye that allows our techs to know what they've sprayed. This is going to treat your weeds that start to pop up. Our Turf Care RX program, the reason it's 7 rounds and the reason we don't offer a single round or a 4-round or a 10-round is because this is what we know works. You can put too much chemicals on the lawn, you can put not enough, and you won't see results. A lot of people, they are concerned with chemicals. They're concerned with, why does this benefit my lawn? How does my neighbor have a nice lawn? Why does my lawn look like this? Well, a lot of times it's 3 things: consistent watering, consistent food, which is turf care treatments, and consistent mowing. Turf Care RX is comprehensive. It's a one and done for you, including all of our Nitro Boost, our weed control, which is essentially we are very heavy on preventative weed control. This is going to be before the weed actually germinates, so before that seed actually sprouts. It's going to create a coating, preventing it from ever popping up. Once you see that weed, it's a lot harder to get rid of. So doing it now before your yard becomes infested with weeds is extremely important. Our first program, it comes out, our first round treatment, it comes out in February, the end of February, is one of our most important. It's the winter wake up. This has pre-emergent, it has a little bit of nitrogen in it, which is going to have that little bit of green pop, but this isn't where you're going to see a very green pop in your lawn. That's going to be our next treatment, which is typically done at the end of March. This is going to be very high in nitrogen. This is what allows that lawn to just wake up like crazy. You're going to notice, in 7 to 10 days after the application, if proper watering is done, your yard will just be flourishing. Keep in mind, your yard, if it is already mainly weeds and not grass, this treatment schedule will not work. If it is more than 50% weeds, we should look at possibly replacing your yard, which we can discuss that. We'll have another video that explains the benefits of that. But if it's less than 50% weeds, we can typically work with that and get it, work out over the year. This is important to have all of these specific treatments because they're broken out. Every treatment is different. Every treatment is done based on the temperature, based on the season, based on the soil temperature. There's a lot of things that go into this. It's not as simple as buying a bag from Home Depot, Lowe's, your retail box store and saying, I'll just throw it out. You're really paying for the convenience and the time, not so much the ability of, I can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy a bag that's X amount of, $17. Well, our stuff might be actually a little bit cheaper from a chemical standpoint, but it's going to be 3 times more potent. It's going to be much stronger. And applied right by our licensed technicians, you're going to get much better results. And consistency is key with this. You cannot do it one time and expect results. It will not work. I will not sell you on it to work with one treatment. It takes continued results. So Turf Care RX, it's a great add-on to our subscription mowing services. You'll have one of the best looking lawns in the neighborhood.